Today, on Be Something Wonderful, she manifested him without processes, despite impossible conditions. I am your host, Tom Kearin, and this is the Be Something Wonderful studio of higher consciousness, where we help you level up and become the best version of yourself. Creators, welcome back. Massive video today. I want to talk about some comments and questions that were on the channel. And there was one from a particular subscriber who described a friend of hers that had, and I'm going to go over some, I've actually wrote down the comment word for word, and it is also on the channel, and I wanted to answer her question in a video because I think it was a powerful question, and we're going to have a powerful answer here. She said that she has a friend who was obsessed with a man for 6 years, obsessed with someone that she met online, and that this woman didn't believe in manifestation, didn't believe in visualization, right? That her friend was trying to tell her, the subscriber on the channel was trying to tell her about visualization and manifestation. She said, I don't believe in that. I just believe this man is my destiny. I just believe in destiny, right? And so she's obsessed with him. They meet online. She's saying she just believes in destiny and the conditions. What this subscriber was describing is that the conditions were impossible. The conditions were that there was distance between them. I believe they were in different countries, that different cultures, right? All these differences, and it seemed impossible. This is what the subscriber is describing. Yet, and as she told her about it, she was trying to tell her that, you can manifest them or visualize. She goes, I don't believe in any of that. I just believe in destiny. I believe we're supposed to be together, that we're together. Hear the power in this. And of course, what happened? They're together. And this subscriber going, I just don't understand. I'm confused. That she didn't manifest them. This is what the subscriber is saying. That she didn't use any processes, yet they're together. Guys, we're going to talk about this today and more, because I've talked about this many times. And this also comes with another question. Someone was asking about a spiritual teacher or a coach, or someone was telling her to use a parrot app, and that if she doesn't affirm what she wants every day, that she won't get what she wants. And I just want to hit all of that, guys, because remember, that coach or YouTuber or whatever, they mean well. That's what they believe. That's their belief. They believe that you have to affirm every day to get what you want. They believe, right, that this particular subscriber was talking about that this teacher or someone was telling her that it's necessary in order to reprogram the subconscious, right? And guys, I just want to say that it's not really about, we talk about reprogramming, a lot of spiritual teachers talk about it. It's not though, but it's not about beating the subconscious into submission. Remember, the subconscious accepts everything that you drop in it, every thought, every feeling. It's not about beating God into submission so God says yes. God always says yes. You don't have to beat God up with affirmations. God said that it's the Father's good pleasure to give you the kingdom, right? This is what it said in Scripture. The kingdom's already yours, right? So instead of trying to beat it and change it and reprogram it, just put in a new program. In other words, ask for what you want. Be that person who already has it, right? Instead of trying to beat on it. And so I really want to hit this. Remember, reality creation, manifesting what you want, attracting the life of your dreams, is not a process or a thing outside of you. And in both of those cases, you're implying that these processes are somehow outside of you, right? This woman who said that man was her destiny, that's what she believed. She created her destiny. She manifested that because that's what she believed in. It was about conviction. Right? It's always about that. It's the conviction as a mustard seed. It's you believing, knowing, and being that person for whom and through whom that reality is already real. That's what she did, right? You are the process. God is the process. There's only love and absolute oneness and unity. I am that. Cease striving and know. That's what her friend did. She didn't strive. She just knew that was her destiny. It's your Father's good pleasure to give you the kingdom. It's already yours. That's your destiny. That's your real destiny. And this person knew it. Knew that the kingdom was hers. That what she wanted in this particular case, it was the form of a SP or a specific person or a man, but she knew the kingdom was hers. She knew her destiny. She knew if she assumed it and declared her destiny that it's hers. What's your destiny? It's yours whether you believe it or not, whether you claim it or not, or whether you live in that assumption or not. This person, her friend, lived in it and knew it, but it's yours anyway. Whether you believe it, whether you assume it, whether you claim it, whether you live it. But here's the thing, when you believe it, when you claim it and know it and assume it, your experience of life becomes heaven on earth. You get to experience everything you want. That's powerful. So let's hit it. Big session today, guys. So this subscriber, I want to hit, as this subscriber wrote about her friend, and I want to pull out the powerful metaphysical principles and teachings here. She said, I have a friend who is obsessed with a man she met on social media 6 years ago. Hear the wording here. That's a judgment, right? She's judging her friend as obsessed, right? But what's really going on is that friend of hers was enveloped by what she desired. Just like in Scripture, remember, in John 16, 22, 23, or 24, that ask for what you want and you will receive it, right? You just need to ask. Enveloped by what you desire. Remember that in John 16, 22 through 24, that in the present day modern Bible, there was 2 sentences edited out. In the original Aramaic version that's retranslated had these 2 sentences. And we're going to cover that today. But part of it is being enveloped by what you desire, being surrounded by your answer. So what she saw as obsessed, her friend said that felt that desire, felt it was hers, it was her destiny, right? It was impossible for her because of the difference in age and culture and the distance. Do you see it? Remember, she is judging those conditions as impossible. But her friend isn't, because with men, this is impossible. With the 3D you, it is impossible. With this subscriber, it is impossible. But with God, all things are possible. You said, I told her about manifestation, but she does not believe in that, only in destiny. What is she really saying? Her friend doesn't believe in effort in striving for what she wants. That's what it really means. It's not that she doesn't believe in manifestation or affirmations and visualization. She doesn't believe that you have to strive for it, that you have to beat the subconscious into submission by doing a parrot app or affirming every day. She doesn't believe in that. She believes this. She believes it's done, that it's her destiny. It's mine. It's the Father's good pleasure. Right? She does not believe in that. She only believes in destiny. But what does that mean? She believes in her conviction. She believes in who she is conscious of being. She believes it's hers. Last year, the subscriber continues, last year she said, I know he is my destiny. Hear that. I know. She had the knowing. Cease striving and know that I am God. Cease striving and know that you are conscious of being. You are that person who you already are conscious of being. Know that it's there. Right? Now they're together despite the conditions. Of course they're together. She was in the absolute conviction it was done. Right? It wasn't about affirming or beating on anything. It wasn't about struggle. It wasn't about striving. Right? Of course despite conditions. She didn't see those conditions. You're the one that thinks those conditions are impossible, not her. Right? Faith, conviction, knowing as a mustard seed. It was the knowing. It was the faith as a mustard seed. It was the conviction as a mustard seed. Conditions are conditions, but I am, like my famous client said. Right? Very powerful. So let's really break it down. This is what the subscriber continues here in her note on the channel. She wasn't doing any affirmations or visualizations, etc. She just had the belief that he was her destiny. Do you hear it? Yeah, she had the absolute conviction of a mustard seed that was her destiny. Then, of course, they must be together. It's not about processes. Do you see it? That subscriber that's writing that believes that the metaphysical processes, imagining, affirming, are necessary to get what you want. And so that becomes necessary for you. It becomes a condition that you never get over. And there'll be other conditions. Do you see it? It's conditional. God gave you the kingdom. You just got to claim it. You got to go to the conviction that it's already yours. And she goes, I've been confused ever since. Can one manifest a relationship only with conviction? Only with conviction? It's conviction. Remember what Neville Goddard said, conviction can't be shaken. Conviction is what it's all about. I am that. The ultimate conviction that you are everything that you would ever want or desire. That is all there is to reality creation. That's all there is to manifesting. There's nothing more than that. All the processes, all the affirmations, all that stuff, right, comes from trying to reach that I am that, but you're already that, right? So when you believe that you need to do all that, you're implying that you're not already that you don't have the conviction, that somehow the kingdom's not yours and you have to earn it, affirm it, right? Imagine it. And as opposed to just imagine it and be it, right? Declare it and be it, assume it and be it. Processes and techniques don't manifest anything, you do. Processes and techniques don't create anything, creation's finished. Right? Processes and techniques don't move you to a new lifeline, film, role, script, alternative reality. Your conviction does. Already being it moves you to that new life. Wow. Let's hit it. So I want to break it down here and really hit the lesson. So the first thing, a friend who was obsessed with a man. Obsessed, that's your judgment, and that's your reality, not hers. She doesn't feel she was obsessed. She feels that was her destiny. She was in the conviction that she was already that person. Do you see it? You're judging it. The original Aramaic retranslated version of John 16:23-24 says this, all things that you asked straightly, directly from inside my name, you will be given. Not some things, not because there's 3D conditions that seem impossible, so I can't have that. All things, straightly, directly. That's what she did. She went straight direct to her source, to her conviction that it's already hers, right? From inside my name, from I am that. I am that. I want that. I am that. You will be given. Do you hear it? With God, all things are possible. I am that. She wasn't trying to make something happen with processes and techniques. That's clear. And then the second part, ask without hidden motive. Ask without hidden motive. No judgment that this is good or bad or right or wrong. She didn't judge her current reality. She didn't judge it as undesirable or wrong to be with this person. She just judged it righteously and said, that's my destiny, that's mine. Do you see it? It's only the subscriber who's judging. Right? Another guy, I get it, guys. I get that you don't mean to judge, it's just part of it, right? Remember, and then be surrounded by your answer. Be enveloped by what you desire that your gladness may be full. Absolute conviction that was her destiny. She was surrounded or obsessed, as you might think, you might judge it as a 3D linear thought. But she was not obsessed, she was surrounded by it. She was enveloped by it. She knew it, she felt it. That's powerful. So it was impossible for her, this is another thing she says, it was impossible for her because of the distance, separation, as well as the difference in age and culture, separation. Do you hear the subscriber? She's feeling, that subscriber feels separate from what they want. And they're describing that it was impossible for her. The situation was impossible, but it wasn't for her. All things were possible for her. You felt it was impossible. You felt that separation, that distance. You felt that age and culture was a separation, was an issue. Those 3D conditions were big, right? With men, this is impossible. With you, this is impossible if you believe that. But with God, all things are possible. I am that. That's what she declared with that. She didn't judge prevailing 3D conditions as impossible. She asked straightly and directly from inside my name, I am that. That's my destiny. Do you hear the power in this, right? Absolute conviction within, sealed in the state of consciousness of already being that, sealed in the state of being a mustard seed, and only a mustard seed, right? Sealed in that conviction. Your inner conviction, your inner authority, your assumption and concept of yourself creates reality, all of it. Conditions are conditions, but I am it. Her friend demonstrated a master class in what it means to be to be in your inner authority, to have that inner conviction of what you want. A master class in it. Wow, that's powerful. I told her, and this is where it goes, I told her about manifestation and visualizations, but she does not believe in that. Only in destiny. Yeah, she doesn't believe that you got to effort and keep asking God and beat God into submission for what you want. She doesn't believe that you got to effort and struggle and strive and affirm and do scripting and subliminals every night to get what you want. She believes in destiny. She believes in her God-given right, her God-given destiny to the kingdom, to declare, to announce, to be in the conviction of what she wants. In other words, the kingdom is yours. She doesn't believe or assume that it takes efforting, striving, and processing and techniques to make something happen, right? Only in her absolute inner authority and conviction, that's what she believed in, that it is her destiny to be, do, or have whatever her heart desires. And that's already hers. Cease striving and know that I am God. Last year she said, I know He is my destiny. I am that. Do you hear it? Cease striving and know that I am God. Last year she said, I know He is my destiny. I know I'm God. I know I'm that. I know He's my destiny. Wow, so powerful. And so here's the old film roll, the script, the reality. That's what she was in. But then she was saying, I am that. That's my destiny. She continued to light that up, that they're together. And then what happened? She moved to her new reality where that is a fact for her. That's her truth now. She is in that reality. It didn't matter the obstacles. Do you see it? But the subscribers on that lifeline, on that script, saying that you got to affirm that. You got to make it happen. And what happens when you do that? You end up on a script similar to that. Not with this, but with that. See, believing you need to fix, resolve, change, and get rid of undesirable, unfavorable 3D conditions, or in other words, resist the script, change the script. All scripts, remember, all scripts are written. It's not about changing anyone's script. They all have a right to exist. It's moving to the script where your destiny is, right? Because that's really what destiny means, right? Every script is written. So every script has its own fate, has its own destiny. But there are infinite scripts, infinite destinies, infinite fates. You can move to anyone you want. You can't change that script. That's what fate means. That's what destiny really means. But you can move to any script you want. She created her destiny. She moved to her destiny. She created her fate, right? She's not trying to make something happen within conditions of processes and techniques. That keeps you bound to old unwanted scripts, trying to make something happen, trying to parrot God, trying to parrot reality, trying to beat that subconscious into submission, trying to reprogram, fix, and resolve that subconscious. Instead, just put the program in you want. Put the film roll in that has your script. Just quietly go upstairs and put in the film that you want. Put in the reality you want and light it up and you'll move. And now you're in a new script. Your destiny, and remember, unbind him and let him go. That was from Lazarus. John 11:44. And in fact, unbind yourself from that old script. Unbind yourself from believing in processes and that processes are a necessary condition to get what you want. They're great to light up, to give you the experience of that new reality now. But they're not necessary. It's already yours, right? Your destiny is what you assume, declare, and say it is, what you imagine it is. I am that, right? She manifested him without processes despite impossible conditions. I am your host, Tom Kearin, and this is the Be Something Wonderful studio of higher consciousness, where we help you level up and become the best version of yourself. Creators, thank you. Thank you for being with me. Thank you for liking, sharing, and commenting on the videos. We have a Facebook group, the Be Something Wonderful Ambassadors, at facebook.com/groups/Be Something Wonderful, where you can share insight and guidance and ask for insight and guidance from others. We have an Instagram and Twitter at Tom Kearin. Or just go to our website anytime at tomkearin.com or besomethingwonderful.com. Also, we just released a big video last night on the membership channel. And so if you want to join that, there's a link below to join the membership channel and see the content there. There'll also be a live stream plan. We're starting to look at dates for that for the membership channel. Creators, with great love, with great light and infinite gratitude, this is Tom Kearin with Be Something Wonderful. We'll see you soon.